Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm James from Cloud Ops Central, and today we're starting something powerful, connecting AWS with Splunk to bring cybersecurity monitoring to life. If you're building cloud projects and want them to stand out with real-time security visibility, this is for you. Remember, if you like my videos, please check out my website where you can watch all the videos. I have cloudopscentral.net and also jamesking.info, and then of course on YouTube at CloudOpsCentral as well. We are going to need Splunk, so you can go ahead and head over to splunk.com. While you're doing so, I'm going to let you know why you should use Splunk. In many modern infrastructures, especially cloud-based, security isn't optional, it's essential. And while AWS offers great tools like CloudWatch, Splunk gives us a centralized scene, a single place to collect, monitor, and analyze logs across multiple services and accounts. With Splunk, we don't just store logs, we can detect anomalies, trace errors in real time, build dashboards for insights, set alerts for suspicious activities, and even respond to threats faster. So let's go ahead and get our Splunk installed. Head over to splunk.com, and at the time of this video, if you already have an account, you can log in. We're going to assume that you don't right now, so click on the trials and downloads. This will take you to the next page, and again, at the time of this recording, we want to look for Splunk Enterprise, get my free trial. When we click on Get My Free Trial, it will have us give all of our information. Then it will allow us to download the enterprise version. So go ahead, fill out all the information, download Splunk Enterprise version, and let's get going. As you can see, the product did download, and I clicked on the install link, and this is what I have so far. It does ask us to check this box to accept the license agreement. Of course, you will want to go ahead and view the license. You can do that on your own time. And if you notice, it says default installation options. So let's go ahead and just click next. We don't have to customize the installation. You are going to give it a username and password. So let's go ahead, add the username and password. For mine, I will do a simple one. No, I am not going to show you my password for security purposes. Remember, when you're working with AWS or any IT infrastructure, you do want to make sure that you do follow the best security practices available. So go ahead and click Next. We are going to create a shortcut menu on our desktop. Go ahead and install and allow that to install. It could take a few moments depending on the speed of your connection, your processor, RAM, everything. So let's give it a minute and we'll pick back up when it's finished or at the next step. Okay, it has finished installing. So now we're going to go ahead and click on Finish and let's get it installed or completed the installation. Once you click on Open with Browser, it will lead you to the part where it says you need to go ahead and log in. So let's go ahead and log in. You will need to type the username and password that you put in a little while ago. So let's go ahead and get that typed in. Once you type that in and hit the Enter button, it will take you to this screen. And this is where we need to stop right now and do some checking. The reason we need to stop here is because we have to install a couple of tools. The first one we're going to need to install is Ngrok, and I will include this in the Git repo, all this code that you can walk through to learn how to do it. It's not complicated, but it is a little bit tedious, so you need to follow my steps step by step. Once we do, we will actually run a script, something similar to this, to make sure that you can communicate from AWS to your local computer because Splunk is installed on the local computer. And then we will also need to set up a token for our HEC or HTTP event collector. I've already got one set up, and I set this up in order to test that I can connect to Splunk to make sure it works. When I ran it, and I run it with this test code, if you see here at the bottom, I did get a successful connection. Let's try it again just to double check. And it still continues to be successful. So it does look like that I am ready to go on to the next step, which will be to build the script and make sure I can connect my AWS account to Splunk. All right, now that everything is ready, let's go ahead and head back over to our code editor and let's enter in the following code. Again, this will be attached to the GitHub repo. I will probably mask this out on my GitHub repo, but I am going to go ahead and delete this account afterwards, wipe out all the criteria because it's best for security practices. Remember, we always want to make sure that security is at the forefront of everything. Make sure that we use multi-factor authentication in all of our applications so that if somebody was to get our username and password, they still couldn't have access to our account without multi-factor authentication or the authentication app, token, TOTP, whatever you use to do it. So we have our Splunk URL and our token, which again, security purposes, I shouldn't be showing you this, but for this demo, I'll go ahead and show you. Now, I'm over at the console in our AWS account. I want to go ahead and go to our Lambda. So let's type in lamb, and before we even get there, you can see it auto-populates. And now that we are here, we want to go ahead and create a new function. We're going to give our function a name also. So let's go ahead and choose a good name. For my case, I think I'm just going to go ahead and use Splunk underscore test. Make sure that we can use that. It does seem like we can. We're going to go down here to Python and let's just pick out 3.9 for this instance. I am using an x86. Let's create function. It'll take just a quick moment. All right, we got our code editor open, and now I'm going to paste the code from the other event. Hopefully when we run it, there won't be any errors. Sometimes there are. If we do, we will go ahead and fix the errors. So let's run the code now. And we want to click on deploy. It does say everything is successful when we ran the code. So now we need to go over to our Lambda test, view it in Splunk, and see what happened. So let's head back over to the AWS console. Pardon me, let's head over to our Splunk console. We got our Python Lambda code. Let's see if we get anything when we follow the steps necessary to view the logs. When we're back at the main page, we want to go up to Apps, and let's go to Search and Reporting. We're going to type in the code line that we used, hit the Enter key, and there is our data right here. So it looks like everything ran correctly. We do have all of our data in there. Congratulations. All right, wrapping up the video. I saw something wrong with the log, so I went back and looked at it again, and it wasn't the updated log. I do have the updated log now, as you can see, and I did get the stream correctly. So what I did was I built a data pipeline and then exported it to Splunk using Ngrok. This has been a video by Cloud Ops Central. If you liked the video, I would like you to like and subscribe and stay tuned to Cloud Ops Central. Have a good day.